And while there's been no hard evidence of chemical weapons being used, I asked Charles Bierbauer about that issue today. Bierbauer lived and worked in Russia for many years. He believes the use of chemical weapons by Russia is a real possibility.
Chemical weapons have always been a fear. They've been used in other circumstances. They've certainly been used in Syria and the Mideast. It's one of the first things you start to worry about if conventional weapons are not working. What's next? Chemical weapons are easy. Chemical weapons date back however long. Chemical weapons were the bane of the First World War. And they fall well short of nuclear, but they're devastating in the effects that they have in the battlefield on the people who are affected by them. Good grief, we had some kind of a smoke bomb set off on a New York subway today, which is kind of a low power chemical weapon. So yes, that's the first thing that my sense is that military planners worry about. What if they bring into play chemical weapons?
I also talked to Bierbauer about the current state of the war. Putin says peace talks are over and the war is progressing the way he wants it to. But is that true, or did Putin underestimate the Ukrainian people? Here's Bierbauer's response.
That's the conventional military analysis, is that he thought this would be easy. That the Russians would be welcomed. How much of that is persuading himself of the same propaganda that he's using for consumption among Russians, that we're going in there to get the Nazis out of Ukraine? Well, there aren't any Nazis that anyone seems to know about. And the expectation was that this could be done very quickly. The military analysts are all over this in terms of, he didn't expect the Ukrainians to fight back. He thought it would be quick. He figured it would be plausible, believable back home, where Russian citizens are not getting very much information about what was actually taking place. I mean, there's a Russian dissident who did an interview with CNN yesterday, who was under arrest today. So the degree of control that Putin has is massive, it's considerable. But what he can't control is the Ukrainians, who have decided that they're going to fight back. It seems that Vladimir Putin is intent to keep on going because he hasn't achieved what he set out to. It hasn't been as easy as he had expected it would be, and he really hasn't given himself much of an alternative. There's no so-called off-ramp that gives him anything to say, I won. And to find the off-ramp, you have to be able to declare victory and go home.
And a reminder, for the latest on what's going on with the war in Ukraine, simply go to our website tonight. That's WLTX.com.